Good morning, everybody. This is Grant Russell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today is March 28th, March Madness. Shout out to my Red Raiders for that victory last night. That was an awesome game. Anyways, moving on, behind me here, I've got a brand new 2025 Renegade Verona LE model. It's a recent arrival. It's stock number 5N240192. Really sharp exterior color. This has the Ranger exterior is what it's called. The combination inside, when we get in there, it's got the Charleston interior with the Cape Cod cabinets, which we'll get to see that here in just a little bit. But as always, the Renegade Verona LEs are always going to be built on the Freightliner M2 106. The M2 106 comes with a Cummins 8.9 liter, 360 horsepower. Go ahead and open this up here. See that big red block there? You've got a 360 horsepower, 1,150 pound-foot of torque. This will tow up to 20,000 pounds. Something else new that Renegade is doing on the M2 106s for 2025, you've got all air disc brakes all the way around. So we went away from the drum, now you've got all disc brakes. Being a Super C motorhome, you can see how easy it is to access things like your coolant, your air filter, your windshield wiper reservoir, the air dryer. Even your headlight replacements are going to be simple to get to in here. Changing out the belts. If you do your own kind of mechanical work, you can appreciate having a front engine. Being able to access everything is going to be much more simpler. Having all that room to work with. On this side, you can see we've got the power steering fluid, fuel filter water separator, dipstick for engine oil. So really everything's nice and easy to access there. Moving down the side here, we've got another feature that I always like to point out on a Super C motorhome. We've got quick entrance exits on both the driver's side and passenger side. Pull into a fuel stop. Easy to get in and out. There's also 3 different exits to get out of this motorhome if you have ever an emergency situation, being the main entrance door plus these cab doors. You got a 100-gallon fuel tank. You got 250s, one on each side. They do feed off one another. Diesel exhaust fluid reservoir is going to be located here. Also, I want to point something out. You got the little light on both sides. So when you open up the door, that light is going to kick on. Really nice to have that in the evening, so it just lights up your step well area here, so you can see, getting in and out of the cab with ease. Additionally, so while we're right here, someone point something out. These are air seats. So the little switch is located right here on the corner. So when I want to run the air seat up and down, that's where you operate it at. And then, of course, these are manual seats, back and forth, back tilt, and they will swivel around to join the living room as well. Additionally, if you get a shot right in here, Jody, we got that red switch and a black switch right next to each other. So that's your chassis battery disconnect, and you have a light test button. So things like if you want to start the coach up, that's why the keys are right here. So you're standing outside, you're not having to crawl all the way in there. A lot of times the start stop ignition is on the other side. This makes it easy to start it up here. Additionally, if I want to run a light test, I just hit that button there and I can walk around the coach and check and see what lights are not working. See the big antenna in the side view mirror. They are pre-wired for CB radio. They don't come with a CB radio, but we certainly can install one for you. Okay, moving down the side here. We've got the first bay here is going to have all the Dragonfly 100 amp hour lithium lithionics batteries. You'll notice there's 3 of them there. So that's an option that this one came with. So it has the 300 watt amp hour Dragonfly lithium batteries. It also has the let's see here. You've got the solar panel. So this has a full solar package on it, along with an additional 3,000 watt inverter. If we look under here, we've got 2 inverters, two 3,000 watts. one of those inverters is dedicated to the front air conditioner. So no longer do you have to run the generator to run your front air when you're going down the road. You can simply just turn on one of the inverters that's dedicated to the air conditioner, and that'll run your air. One thing I missed in here I wanted to just point out, but right up above these batteries is your air chuck. So if you want to tap into the air on the coach, that's where that's located. And this coach does come with a 50-foot air hose that you can tap into that right there. All right, and these bays here are going to be where they house the 75-gallon black water and the 75-gallon gray water tanks. It's also where you can see that white hose down below here. So this has the macerator flow jet system by Renegade as an option. So that will literally pump your wastewater uphill if you wanted to use the macerator pump. And this bay here is the water bay. You have a whole house water filtration system. You've got a little water spigot out. There's the flow jet that turns it on and off. You've got a retract button here for your water. So you walk your city water hose out, and then you push the button here to reel it in. And then you got a place to store your sewage hose. You want to check on your tank levels, battery levels, fresh water, gray water, black water, all that's going to be located up top here. This does come with the little spray port hose. Just got this wound up in there, but this taps in here. This is a little outside spigot that hooks up to the spigot here, so you can have a little outside sprayer. Your gate valves are all enclosed here, and then you have part cable and sewer flush is going to be located right in here. You notice as I'm closing these doors, they're not fighting me. You got those nice little slam latch baggage doors, so it makes it easy when you're opening and closing these doors. There's the 8,000 watt Onan diesel generator. And then in this bay here, we've got your 50 amp shore power. You can run it out the access port below here and run it underneath to keep the door closed. Also in here is your transfer switch. There's a little light, there's lights in all the bays as well. Coming around back, all LED lights, brake lights, turn signals, running lights, reverse lights. Then you do have the 20,000 pound hitch down below here. We've got a brake controller. The Voyager is going to be this silver plug here is for an additional camera. If you have a camera on your tow vehicle or a camera inside a trailer, outside of a trailer, you can toggle between the RV's camera and the trailer camera. All right, coming around to this side, this side is going to be more dedicated to storage because this is your patio side. We do have up top, we've got a full-length Girard awning that comes out about 10 feet. Gives you some good shade coverage outside. Plus it does have an LED light strip that runs the length of that awning. Gives you some nice lighting outside in the evening. Down here we have storage, some loose items that these come shipped with, central vacuum hoses, additional tile. If you ever drop anything heavy on the tile floor, and they send you some replacement tiles. In this bay we've got the refrigerator freezer tray. So it doesn't have the fridge freezer, but one could certainly be added. So this is already here. If you look back up in here, it's already wired for the 12 volt 110 plugs to put a fridge freezer combo on this slide tray. Keyless entry. You can program that to lock and unlock your entrance door. Automatic steps, we've got those set to be in the out position so it doesn't go in and out every time you open and close the door. In this bay here, we've got the AquaHot 450 diesel. And up top, right up above here, we have the outside refrigerator, outside TV, 43-inch Samsung LED smart television, with soundbar. And then this bay does go all the way through. So notice how this opens up here. If you've got paddle boards, fishing poles, golf clubs, luggage, coolers, great little area here for any longer items. And in this bag here, we do have the 50-foot air hose I was talking about when we were on the other side. All right, come on inside and we'll take a look at the floor plan with the slides in, and then we'll run them out. All right, so I mentioned earlier this one has the Charleston interior decor package with the Cape Cod cabinetry. So that's the way this one's set up. I'm gonna run some slides real quick. Let's go here. All right. So the first slide here is gonna be a hydraulic slide. It's a flush floor. You notice it's got the booth dinette, which does break down and makes into a bed, and then you got the theater seating as an option that this one came with. And most Verona LEs are going to be 3 slide outs. So we've got the main hydraulic slide there. Then we're going to run the kitchen slide out next. So the kitchen slide is going to be an electric slide out. It's not a flush floor, it goes straight out and straight in. New for 2025 too is an option to have heated tile floor. So underneath the tile floor in this one, this does have the electric heat option. And being a 38LDG floor plan, it's a mid bath. So we'll go through that here in just a bit, but kind of you can see where I'm standing here is a kind of a walk-through bath setup. So when we get the bed out here, and then so real fast too, just go over some weights real fast. The gross vehicle weight rating on this model is 37,600 pounds. It has a cargo carrying capacity of 8,253 pounds, so quite a bit of weight you can put on this before you're even maxed out. That gives it an unloaded vehicle weight, just over 29,000 pounds. Overall length of a 38 LDG floor plan is 37 feet 6 inches. The height is 12 feet 10 inches at ride height. So when it's fully aired up, you're 12 feet 10 inches. 285-inch wheelbase. And yeah, so that should cover the majority of some of the specs for the measurements on this coach. I mentioned to you, this does drop down here. So we've got a little lever underneath here. Drop this down, a couple of cushions that'll go in place to make this into a bed. Speaking of that, so the booth is 58 inches this way and 42 inches this way. And then we got the theater seating, overhead. We got all the cabinets with these hidden hinges are really nice and robust. They keep your cabinet doors up. You're not fighting the doors slowly creeping down on you. You've got nice heavy duty hinges there that hold those up when you're loading or unloading the cabinets. And underneath the booths, that's where the cushions are stored to make this into a bed. But once you remove the cushions, turn that into a good storage compartment if you want to store these somewhere else. And come up front, we've got the bunk over cab as an option. You'll notice it's got the little skylight, little power visor to let in a little daylight. Over off to the side, we got a little cubby hole here with USB and USB-C ports and 110 outlets. And then when this is made into the bed, the bunk over cab bed is 55 inches width and then 77 inches long. So 55 by 77 there. And then this pops out here and slide it over the top. You slide this in, so it makes getting into the cab with these, so you're not bumping your head every time getting in and out of the cab area. On this side, we've got the 43-inch Samsung LED TV on a little swivel mount. And then behind it, behind the TV, is another television for the bunk over cab area. And then below the TV, some of the electronics are going to be back behind there. Storage here for receivers, satellite receivers. More storage here. These are the dedicated house breakers and inverter breakers down below. Again, more storage. These are all the fun owner's manuals for the coach. Down below here, we've got some additional storage under the sink. That big black box there is part of the subwoofer for the sound system. And then we've got full extension drawer glides and dovetail construction on all your drawers. All soft close. And we got this one big solid stainless steel sink. And then you're going to have an induction cooktop. So there's no propane on this, on the Verona LEs. So you have two burner induction cooktop. And then you're going to have Samsung convection microwave oven. And then we have the all-electric refrigerator. This little latch here just keeps these doors tight when you're in travel. You got the nice big refrigerator up top. Ice maker down below. It's winterized right now, since the blue stuff is. And then you got a freezer box down below. And we do have some additional storage up here. You'll notice some of the components here. This is your awning control. If you wanted to just hit this, there's a little button on the side here. If you wanted to just tap that one time and let the awning go out, it's a one touch. You do also have another, if you're standing outside, there's another switch down below here to run your awning in and out. This multiplex switch here has light controls, master lights on and off, porch light, storage lights, all located here. And then at the very bottom down here is your disconnect on the house batteries, entry step override, and then the e-start here. If you ever need to crank the generator using the chassis batteries, you can merge. That basically merges all the batteries together if you need to turn the engine over, or if you're needing to turn the generator on. Also up here in the overhead cabinet, the new option for Starlink has become popular, and this one has it on here. So this already has a Starlink on it, along with the Wi-Fi Ranger, which helps when pairing devices through the Starlink. And then you got to have a pantry. So move the pantry over here. Get these nice pull-out drawers. These shallow ones here, and then the deeper ones down below here. And then the Firefly controls are going to be located here in the hallway. That's where I was running the slides earlier. So you can see if I go to my home screen, I can turn my lights, my master lights on and off, check on my holding tanks, water pump, tank heaters. So this does have the heat strips on the 75-gallon gray water and black water tank. Excuse me. Stop the generator from here. AGS is automatic gen start. So if you enable the AGS system, there's different trigger points where you can set it to start at a certain percentage level. If you want it to monitor for turning on the generator in hotter conditions, you can have it monitor for the temperature control, or just have it turn on at a certain time of the day. So yeah, your lights are in here, your gen controls, the thermostat controls, your fans, and the slide outs are all, everything's kind of all in one location here. And also, if you've got the mobile app, you can pair this to your phone and have everything on here in the palm of your hand. All right, additionally, off to this side on the across from it, we have the stackable washer and dryer. And then we do have a pocket door. So it's got a magnet. You can kind of see how that pulls it tight. So when you're in travel, that big magnet back there keeps this nice and tight when you're traveling. You do have a pocket door to close off the living room from the bath. We have another pocket door to be located here to close off the shower toilet room. And then one more to close off the master bedroom. And being the walk-through bath that I was describing earlier, you've got a lot of workspace here. So lots of counter space. It's also all one piece, all Corian, so it makes cleanup in here with ease. Storage off to the side, nice big medicine cabinet. 3 decent sized drawers here for all your toiletry items. And another multiplex switch is going to be located here. So you can operate the master lights, water pump, ceiling accent lights, all going to be located right in here. And then as we come into this bathroom, again, you got another multiplex switch for this room. Some things I always like to point out that Renegade does, your 15,000 BTU air conditioners, you've got 2 of them with heat pumps. You've got, if this door is closed, you've got a vent here to keep this room cool or warm if you're using the heat pump in the winter, in colder climates. And additionally, down below here next to the toilet, if you're using the aqua hot furnace, that's where the heat comes out in the bathroom here. And then you got a porcelain toilet, macerator flushing toilet, storage overhead for some of your bathroom items. Pretty decent sized shower. Just to give you an idea, I'm 6'2". Got plenty of headroom, adjustable shower head, plenty of elbow room, even with the doors closed. And being the radius style shower, the plus is there, it's going to keep the water inside the shower. It doesn't come out. That way when you're, you know, give your floor mat out here, it keeps the water inside the shower pan. All right, in the master bedroom, the king size bed, it's 68 inches wide, 74 inches long. And overhead storage, again, hidden hinges, electrical outlet in the overhead. If you have sleeping machines, CPAP machines, you want to plug it in overhead, you certainly can. You also have USB and USB-C and 110 outlets in these little cubby holes next to the bed on both sides. And then you've got a good place here, place to store your wallet, keys, jewelry, things like that. Keep things out of the way, smaller items there. And then right up above here, we have a ceiling fan. This is all that vinyl padded ceiling too. And then in the very, very front, it's gonna be all their wardrobe storage. So you got some good hanging clothes here. You got 4 good sized drawers all the way down. And then you have these three wider drawers. A couple of flip down items here, because down below here is going to be, well, this is storage. This is an adjustable shelf, plus your cable hookups, HDMI. It's pre-wired to the television for installing satellite receivers in the bedroom, game systems. And then on this side here, again, we got 4 good sized drawers, plus your wardrobe storage. It's not lacking storage. All right, let's go up front here. Oh, one thing I missed, yeah, something new for 25 also is the telescoping ladder. So use that to get up top. All right, and then let's grab this. So being an M2 106 plus chassis, you'll notice that it has buttons on the steering wheel here. This is some changes that they've done over the past year and a half now. We've got the M2 106 plus instead of just regular M2 106. So now you have the digital dash up front. Instead of the push button 6-speed Alison transmission, you now have it on the steering stalk right here. So drive, neutral, reverse. If I want to go into a manual position and shift gears, operate it, so you have first speed, second speed, third speed, so it's a 6-speed Alison transmission. You can literally shift between the speeds using this steering stalk or the transmission shifter right here. And then it does have a 3-stage engine brake, so as I pull this towards my knee, 1, 2, 3 clicks, that engages the exhaust brake, and it's a 3-stage engine brake. Start this up here. The Garmin, they're still using the Garmin, so we've got the Garmin. Let's move this here. So we have the Garmin system here, navigation tools, and then the standard tools, stereo systems, AM, FM, Bluetooth, Sirius XM satellite radio. That's your backup camera, different camera views. You turn the blinker on, it's going to give you a side view look. And then you have your rear view camera, and there's the left side view. Down below here we have the EQ system, smart leveling, so it's all automatic hydraulic leveling system. It's got the Kurt Spectrum electric brake controller, which is located right here. A USB port, USB-C ports up here, 12-volt outlets, another 12-volt outlet here. Hazard lights, footwell lights, and utility light, shutdown override. If you're ever in a situation where you need an emergency situation, say you're on the railroad tracks and the engine is starting to shut down, you can override that shutdown to get your butt off the railroad track. So that's what the shutdown's for. Here's the trailer truck switch there to toggle between the RV camera and the trailer camera. Docking lights control. You can dump the air right here. Rear differential lock, auto traction control, lane departure warning, anti-lock brakes, and then the little overhead work light there. This is just your HVAC off the chassis. Power windows, power locks, heated mirrors. It's got all that good stuff. Additionally, it does have the Detroit Assurance Package, they call it. So Detroit Assurance Package is going to give you collision mitigation and that lane departure warning, so lane assist. So there's some features that the Detroit Assurance Package comes with. It'll warn you when you're traveling faster than the vehicle in front of you. Yeah, so that kind of covers the majority of this guy. Let's see if I missed anything here. I think that covers the majority of this one. Like I said, we got a 2025 Renegade Verona LE 38LDG floor plan. It is available. I'm happy to help you. You can reach me best on my cell phone at 720-539-4711. Shoot me a text, give me a call, or you can always email me at grussell@transwest.com. Folks, hope you have a great weekend.